Hello and welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman, and today we're learning the left-hand part for spinning song. Let's take a look at the score to get started. All right, since we're learning the left-hand part today, we're going to be focusing on the bass clef part, this bottom staff. Now, taking a look at the first note, can you tell me what letter name we're starting on? You'll recall this is one of our guide notes. If you count 1, 2, 3 spaces down in bass clef, that is bass C. So we begin on bass C using finger 5, and it's a whole note. Whenever you see this empty circle shape without a stem, that's a whole note, which gets 4 beats. I'm actually going to write in the counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And since we're in 4/4 time, that fills up a full measure. So we have this whole note which takes up the whole measure. Then we get a bar line, which brings us to our next measure and another group of 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, can you figure out what letter name we're playing next here in the left-hand part? If you said G, you're correct. The way I would figure that out is I'd notice, oh, here's the bass F line, and it's a step above that. Or you could have thought, oh, it's a double skip above C, which you know is G. A fifth above C is G. Or do to so. Now, looking ahead, what else do you see? Can you say the letter names of these following notes? Try saying it with me. We have another C, then what? G. Then what do you have here? If you said C, you're correct, and G again, then what about these two? If you said C and G, you're correct again. It's just going back and forth between C and G, ending on a C. Now, the only change you might notice are these two notes in this measure. We have half notes. How many beats does a half note get? It gets 2 beats. So this half note would get beats 1 and 2, and this half note will get beats 3 and 4. And then we'd finish out with this whole note, which gets, of course, 4 beats. So let's try clapping this last line, the rhythm of the left-hand part, while we count the beat out loud. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now let's try and play it. All right, since this is my middle C, I'm coming down here to bass C. You can go ahead and find bass C on your piano, and let's put left-hand finger 5 on bass C. Now we're going to count the beat out loud while we play the notes. Remember, we just have C and G to worry about, so you can really focus on the counting. Please count out loud as we play. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now, can you press pause and please try that one more time on your own? Make sure you count out loud. Then press play to go on. Great. Now, we need to start getting used to how the two hands will fit together and how that will sound. So what I'd like you to do, you're in charge of the left hand. I will play both hands so you hear how it fits together. Again, you just play the left hand and count the beat. And let's hear how the two hands are going to fit together. I'll count 4 beats to get us started. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now, let's have you change jobs, and this time you're just going to play the right hand part. So place your right hand, finger 1, on treble C. Remember, no hand is in this middle C position. Our hands are a little bit farther apart than usual. So place your right hand up here in treble C and count the beat out loud while you play. 1, 2, right hand, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Four. Great. Now, you're ready to try this hands together. The trickiest part is the last two measures, so let's look at how that works. Remember, the left hand's playing half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finishes with a whole note. But let's focus just on this penultimate measure, this second to last measure. The right hand goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And the left hand goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the first time you put these hands together, it's going to feel like, that's really hard. So go really slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just do that 50, 100, 1,000 times, however many times you need to make that feel comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they play together on beat 1, then the right hand plays, then they play together on beat 3, then the right hand plays. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try just that measure on your own many, many times until you feel comfortable, then press play to go on. Super! You made it through. Now, let's try adding that last note. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try just those two measures now a few times until you're really comfortable, then press play to go on. Great, you tackled the hardest part of the song. Now, the rest shouldn't be too bad. You're going to try putting the rest hands together now. Remember, the left hand holds for 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, then plays the next note, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Press pause and try the whole thing hands together on your own, then press play to go on. Super. Now, I'd like to challenge you to practice this hands together with the metronome. I would slow the metronome back down from wherever you had it before, right hand alone, and maybe start at about 88 or 92. I've got it on 92 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Try that until you can do it with no pauses and no missed notes, and then gradually increase the speed up to a maximum of about 112 or 116. The great thing about practicing with the metronome is it forces you to keep a very steady beat. But don't always practice with the metronome. You also want to learn how to keep a steady beat by yourself without relying solely on the metronome. And then the last thing to do to challenge yourself would be to see if you can transpose spinning song to other keys or pentascales. So for example, you could make it sound minor by adding an E flat. Now it has a totally different sound, like the haunted windmill. Or you could try like E major. It's a great song for practicing your transposing to all pentascales. Nice work learning how to play spinning song hands together. I encourage you to practice this with the metronome every day and challenge yourself to transpose it to all the other pentascales you know. Happy practicing, and see you next time. C, G, C, G, C, G, C, G.